Hello everyone, today I'm bringing you along for one of my favorite savory jelly recipes. This is an apple pepper jelly. I have a fly. I made this last year. I don't know if I have a video of it. I wasn't on this YouTube channel, but I think I may have made a video. Anyway, I made ghost apple jelly last year and it was phenomenal. I used it, I'm out now I think, but I used it in soups, I used it as glaze, marinades, fabulous. So this year I don't have ghost peppers, but I have a ton of habaneros and then a couple jalapenos from my garden. So this year it's going to be a habanero apple jelly. And I am using this bulk canning book, and we are going to be going off of this one, the spicy apple jalapeno jelly. And it's super easy, minimal ingredients, and there's no added pectin unless we need it. I don't know if we'll need it or not, but all we need is our apples, water, sugar, half a cup of peppers, and then some lemon juice. Now, the way I did my apples, the way I did it, I washed them, I didn't peel them, I didn't do anything. I threw them all in my big pot. I probably had about 6-8 pounds. This calls for 3 pounds and then a quart of water, but I went ahead and made a bunch of juice. So I just threw all my apples in, covered them with water, and then I just let them cook down until they made a juice and then strained it through cheesecloth. Or if you have a jelly bag, you can use a jelly bag. But that's how I did it. And then I just, once it was all done, I measured out 4 cups, which is how much juice you should have for one recipe. So that is how I came about my juice. Now I will say, if you are doing jellies and jams and you want to double the recipe, then use 2 pots. I know I've probably said it before, jellies and jams, you don't want to double the recipe in the same pot because it won't turn out right. I don't know why, but it won't. It will not turn out right. So just do yourself a favor and just do one batch per pot. So you could have 3 pots for 3 batches, but just don't put them all in one pot. So here I have warming up my 4 cups of apple. And then to this we are going to add 4 cups of sugar and yeah, okay, we can add it all. So our 4 cups of sugar, our heaping half a cup of peppers. There were probably 7 habaneros and then 3 jalapenos in that. I need a tablespoon of lemon juice, sorry. And it needs to be bottled because you want to make sure you have that consistent acidity level. And if you're using fresh lemon juice, you may not have a consistent level and then it may not be safe to can. So we're going to stir this together, and then I have mine on a medium-high heat. We're going to bring it, I don't know if it's a simmer or boil. Yes, okay. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. And then we're going to use a candy thermometer, and once it gets to the 220-degree mark, then we're going to ladle it into our hot jars and get to canning this up. And I am using the little 4-ounce jelly jars for this particular recipe because it's not something that I'm going to use a full half pint for, and it's also not something where if I only use half the 8-ounce jar, then I need to use it up, and I don't feel like I'd be able to do that. So I'm just putting in the 4-ounce, that way it can get used, and it is going to be a delicious thing to have on my shelf. So I'm going to get this to boiling, simmer for 20 minutes, and I will bring you back when we're getting ready to ladle it up. Okay, so this has gone for about 15 minutes, and we are at 220. So turn off our heat, and I'll give it a stir and a taste test before we ladle. And I've been staying over here pretty frequently stirring, just to make sure that nothing sticks to the bottom and scorches. And we didn't have any foam that we needed to get rid of, so that was good. Yeah. Oh, that is so good. It's sweet. The first thing that hits you is the sweetness, and it's that appley sweet taste, and then you get the heat in the background, and that I love habaneros. That's marvelous. Okay, so let me scooch you back and we'll ladle up our jars. So I'm doing little 4-ounce. Since we're water bath canning, you want to make sure that you're using sterile equipment, sterile jars. And then we need only a 1/4 inch of headspace. So not a lot of headspace going with these. And we don't need to debubble because this is really, it's all liquid, so there's not going to be a bunch of air pockets in here. Now, yes, this will be water bath canned for 10 minutes, and then you take the lid off and you let it sit for an additional 5 minutes so that you don't have a bunch of siphoning happening in your jars. That can happen outside the canner too, and it'll happen because you're bringing it into a cooler environment too quick. So leaving it in the jar, in the pot with the lid open, will stop that from happening, or at least reduce it a lot. So I'm going to continue, well, yeah, I'm going to continue filling these jars. So give me a second. Okay, so then you want to make sure, especially since it's sticky, sugary jelly, that you're wiping the rim of your jar. I use vinegar to do mine. Some people use just hot water, but I like to take that extra step and make sure I'm disinfecting it and just getting anything off of it that does not need to be on there. And these are new jars, so they shouldn't have any nicks on them, but you always want to make sure. And then look at our headspace. That actually needs a little more. That one needs a little more, and I actually have more in here. I could do another, at least another jar, if not 2 more, but they won't all fit in my canner. So now I have to wipe the rim again. Oh well. Okay, come here. Come here. Also, real quick, when you're messing with spicy peppers, make sure that you take precaution and don't touch your face before you wash your hands, or just use gloves. That's the stuff, because otherwise you'll have burning nose or mouth or anything else. I didn't do it this time, but I have done it before. Like, you know, itch your eye and then you get in your eye, and that, let me tell you, that's not fun. So here is our beautiful stuff, and you can see the peppers floating along in there, and it is a beautiful color. I love it. So 10 minutes in the water bath canner, and I will bring you back for the result. Alrighty, so this has gone for the 10 minutes, and then it sat for 5, and so now, yeah, both my babies woke up. Ooh, they're already pinging. Now, another tip, you don't want to tilt your jars, because like with water bath canning especially, you'll have that water sitting on top. Don't tip your jars, because when you do that, you could possibly get your liquid under your seal, and then it's not going to seal properly. So it will evaporate, on its own. Oh, there is nothing better than that pinging sound. I tell you what. I'm super excited about this. Let's get our last two out. And then, with what was left, I put that in the pot of chili that I made yesterday. I'm heating up the leftovers, and I put it in there, and oh my goodness, it tastes so good. So let me show you. That is our delicious, I have hard water, so that'll wash off. Nope, get off that. But that is our pepper jelly, apple pepper jelly, apple habanero jelly, whatever you want to call it. I technically would have gotten 10 to 11 of these little 4-ounce jars out of that recipe. But like I said, I just did 9 because that's what would fit, and then I put the rest in my chili, which so happy I did that. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you for my next video. Thanks for watching.